Oh, my grandpa. Uh, I don't. Uh, well, they were going to hang him. They were going to hang him if it was all the people from the Kansas. Kansas during the war. You know, they would go over in Missouri and raid them and all, Kansas Raiders or whatever they called them. Anyway, why they came to their plantation. They had a great big nice home, and on either side of the road going in there were stone slave houses on both sides. But anyway, Grandpa was bragging around, and they heard that he knew where that. He was just bragging. He didn't know for sure where they hid their valuables, you know, there. But anyway, these raiders from Kansas were going to hang him if he didn't tell them where these things were. And this old slave, well, he was still a boy, about 17. He said, "I know where it is," and so they let him go, so they could. The slave was going to lead him to these valuables, but he didn't know where there was anything. He just told them that, you know. So anyway, they was afraid to go back home because the raiders knew where they lived, and so that's when he went and joined the Confederate Army, and he was only 16 years old when he joined, though. So. But he came back from the war. He wasn't injured in any way, but his dad never did. When he come back, their house was burned down, his mother was gone, and of course the slaves left because they were given their freedom, and there was nobody there. So, yeah. But he said he didn't get that from the enemies. He says we were in lines, and we were supposed to, when it was our turn, we were supposed to stand up and shoot. And he says, I got curious how long it was going to be before we could get to shoot, and so I looked around, got raised up, and they're supposed to stay down on the ground, you know, until it's their turn. And he says, and those behind me shot, and I got that in his skull. It was still there when I remember him letting me feel it. He was bald-headed, and it was right up on top, and it was kind of blue under the skin. I don't know why they didn't ever take it out, but they didn't. They just left it there. And, when Edna was born, she was born we were all there in the house, but we didn't know what was going on, you know. They put us to bed, and next morning, well, Dad said he found a baby out in the snow and brought it in. So.
Did anybody believe him?
Yeah, I did. And so, and then when Jim was born, he was born at home too, and he was born at night. The next day after he was born, my Uncle Marvin took Pike and Bob and I to the train and took us to Kansas City to Aunt Edna's. place, and then she took us on down to Grandma and Grandpa's. And so they lived in Missouri, up in the mountains.
What was it like visiting them?
Well, we liked to go there. So we slept on the floor up in their attic, and there was no windows up there, just a stairway. But they had a 2-room cabin, and the stairway was in the middle and went upstairs. And they had that boarded over up there, and we fixed a pallet on the floor and slept there. It must not have been too hot, but we was always there in the summertime when we went. I remember Grandpa, every night, he'd look us over to see that we didn't have any of those, chiggers, not chiggers, but that those deals that bite, suck your blood. I don't know what they were. That.
The ticks?
Ticks, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because we'd play in the rocks, you know, it was kind of rocky up there. But I do remember Grandpa, he let me go with him when he'd go down to Branson to he delivered, after they milked he would deliver the milk in the evening, his evening milk, you know, went to the people. He had customers down there. He'd walk down the mountain on a path, and there wasn't no road to Branson, and deliver the milk, and I thought that was fun. And then we'd walk back home.